What's going on, Welder family? Welcome back. Today, we're here at Welder testing at Deer Park, Texas, and I'm gonna show you the day in the life at our actual testing lab and what to expect. So come on, let's go. We're here in the office right now. We're gonna go into the very end where it says welders check in here. Go right over here. All right. Coming right in here. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. So, I'm here to test out on, I think it's a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe on the 6G position. So, what do I need to do? Get ID, anything like that?
You can name your company and you can see your photo ID.
Okay, so company's Welder Testing, and here's my ID. There.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
Going out there like you just said.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. This is my booth right here?
Yeah.
On this section? Okay. Alrighty, Welding Inspector Sam just gave me my 2-inch Schedule 80 pipes. What I'm gonna do right now essentially just to prep them up. He said make sure to grind your bevel clean, grind the inside clean about 1 inch, and grind the outside clean about 1 inch. So right now I'm gonna go over here. This is where I'm gonna be testing at, okay? Again, now we are in a testing lab, welder testing. I've been to this testing lab, I've tested for a lot of companies and they've sent me here, so this looks very familiar for me. Now, a lot of schools, a lot of welding booths have a curtain. Here, we don't have curtains. It's testing labs, they don't have curtains, so everybody can see what you're doing. That's what kind of puts a little bit more pressure on you, but that's besides fact. Now, we're over here, of course, it's already a 45 here. Now, this TIG torch here is not a flex head. Now, a lot of people like to use a flex head, so you can bring your own, especially here at Welder Testing, you can bring your own TIG torch, a flex head, 17FV, okay? You can bring your own tungsten, whatever you prefer, because all you gotta do is take it out of the thread, take the whole body out and put the new body in, if you're more comfortable with the flex head, okay? So make sure to have an extra one spare in your bag. I used to carry one all the time with me, especially testing out for a lot of companies. Or you could use this, okay? But again, it's not a flex head, and the tungsten's a 332 tungsten. It's not a 1/8. So, you know, whatever your preference is. So what I'm gonna do essentially right now is just prep it up clean. After I prep it up clean, do all that, then I'm gonna go ahead and switch my 17FV, take this one out and put this one in, and then after that, we're gonna go from there. Then I'm gonna tack it up. Once I tack it up, the QC, Sam, he wants to see my tacks. Now this is very crucial for a lot of y'all that are watching this. Know that when you tack this up, especially a penetrated tack, they will bust you out if it's not a good penetrated tack. Say you got cold wire or it didn't fuse on the walls right. They'll look at your tack and say, hey, you know what? It's no good on the tack. All right, I need somebody, come back in 30 days because it's not gonna pass. Because if they see that you can't tack it, then they know they can't throw the root pass. So you gotta be very important. That's why it's very important to learn how to throw penetrated root tacks, okay? They just want 2 tacks. It's just what company you're gonna be at and what their welding procedure is. So right now, again, this is what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna call Sam to come in and check out the tacks. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this non-flex head out. This is a Profax. Just take it out of the thread. Take this out, take the whole body out. You don't have to take this out because all you gotta do is put that in, but I'm putting a new handle in as well, so make sure to have it in, you know, secure place. You can put it over here, boom, okay? Then we take this, put the body in, or the handle, whatever you prefer. And then go to town. So this is what I used to do all the time when when I was taking tests, whether it be for SMB, Fluor, StarCon. Those are some companies that I used to work for. I used to change it to a flex head. Okay, right there. You can have also like maybe a little crescent wrench around here, or put something right here. Kind of tighten it up a little bit. Make sure it doesn't leak. There you go. Put the body in. Okay, all the way. All right, and you're good to go. All right, I'm gonna prep it up and tack it up, and then call QC Sam to come check it out. Remember, he's gonna test me like any other test. He'll bust me out. He said, I don't care, I'll bust you out. That's what he told me. He said straight, hey brother, I don't care if it's Weld 2, I don't care if it's UC, I will bust you out. So again, the odds are not in my favor. So, I mean, so at the end of the day, I'm here at a real testing lab. He tests people all the time. So he's gonna check my tabs, he's gonna check my root. And you don't know, I might bust, I might not. You know, I'm pretty confident in my stuff, but again, every welder that tells you that's never busted a test before is lying to you. Remember that, write it down in your head. Somebody that tells you that, they're probably the suckiest welder out there. I'm not even playing with you. So I've seen a lot of people tell me that as well. Another thing too, is that every welder that tells you they don't get nervous when they come test out, rather they've been welding for 20 years. That's a lie. Everybody still gets nervous. No matter if you're comfortable with this specific welding procedure, you're still gonna get nervous. You might not be as nervous as the first time, but you're still having those nervousness somehow, some way. It's in there, but it's all good because if you can weld with that pressure, man, you're good to go. So, all right. So for the stinger, you can't put it here. You got to put it here. It's like a quick connect kind of in a way with your stinger. So to your TIG torch in order for it to ground up right. So this is the way it is here. Other testing labs are different, but this is the way it is. All right. Oh, one more thing. Back caps. Back caps are very important as well. If you like a smaller back cap, which you're welding the root pass or walking the cup on the cap, you don't want this to be in the way, you can also have smaller back caps as well. I like smaller back caps. You can have longer back caps. It doesn't matter. Like this one has a long back cap, as you see here. This one doesn't. So just whatever you prefer. Makes it more lighter, more easier to walk, in my opinion. So, alrighty. Alright, Weld 2 family, 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe, tacked up in the 6G position. I threw 2 penetrated tacks, alright? 1/2 inch on the bottom, 1/2 inch on top. Now, I'm not welding for any specific company or anything like that, but I am welding on welder testing standards, and their standard is they want 1/2 inch tacks, 2 tacks penetrated on the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So right now, what I'm gonna do is let Inspector Sam come in. He's gonna let me know about the root pass, what do I need to do, what he wants to see and stuff like that. So we're gonna bring him in right now and he'll introduce that. All right, Sam, so I tacked it up earlier. I know you said 1/2 inch, so I mean, go ahead and take that, Sam. Okay. Uh-oh, it's getting the mirrors.
All right. Tack's acceptable.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and run the root pass.
Okay.
Run the root pass uphill. We're gonna do this one uphill.
Okay.
Run the root pass, and what I want you to do after you run the root pass, I want you to look at it. You be the inspector. Okay. You look at it. Anything you need to fix, go ahead and fix it. We don't want any suck back, any undercut, no bad tie-ins. Okay. You cannot have excessive penetration, which means more than an 8. Okay. Penetration. And once you've run that, if you like it, go ahead and run your hot pass. Okay. If you need to fix something, you can fix it from the outside.
From the outside?
Yes. Okay. You can fix it from the outside. Because once you run your hot pass and you look at it, you accept it. Yeah. That's when I look at it. Yeah. If you accepted it, I'm gonna call it as is.
Call it as is?
Okay.
All right, so pretty much what you're saying is that once I throw that root pass and I fix it, supposedly I thought it was right when I fixed it, and I throw that hot pass, and you come in and you see suck back there, and I didn't think it was suck back, that's showing you from me to you that I don't know really what suck back is, so we cannot go on no more.
Correct.
See, that's showing my work ethic pretty much what I know about welding.
Yeah, okay. You look at it, and I'm gonna call it as is.
Call it as
once you after your hot pass. So After that, your test is done.
All right. So if the root is no good, if that sucks back after my hot pass, then it's a bust. I can't go no more. No pressure. All right, let's go. Alrighty, Sam. I finished the root, did the hot. As soon as I finished the hot pass, it was already flushed. So there is no fills. It's flushed out already.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah,
that's fine. Okay.
You need to run your hot pass.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and look at your root.
All right.
1/8 rod here.
Sweet.
First. Flashlight.
There you go.
All right. Progression. Good. Now,
Now, for all the viewers that are watching right now, how come you're using that mirror for the inside of the pipe?
this is to look at the surface of the root pass on the inside.
Okay.
Look for porosity.
Okay.
Undercut. Also, we look at your, since you ran a hot pass,
Yeah.
it also gives a more clear look
Yeah.
at the, to make sure on the opposite side
Yeah.
that you burn the wall.
Burn the walls,
Yeah,
exactly.
because like your root is above base metal, and the reason I grabbed this is because it's a 1/8 rod. And what I'll do is I'll put it up against the base metal, and you are above base metal, but not over the 1/8.
Okay. So it's about a 30-second. You know, maybe.
Yeah, about a little bit above a 30 second. So
okay.
you're good.
It's okay. Cool.
Yeah. Now, also the mirror helps out to see small things like there might be little bad tie-ins or porosity or anything that the mirror really will help. Because obviously it's a small idea, and that helps out. Now the root looks good. Now I would say this: just because I accept it, I'm accepting the root. Just because I accept it, at the end of the test, I'm gonna do a final inspection. Okay. That would also still include the root.
Okay.
So if you were to run it too hot, uncap it,
Yeah.
it sucks back on you. It's gonna end your test.
Okay. So you've seen that happen before.
Correct. Guys, go ahead and they run it too hot. Then they have a good cap. The problem is on the inside it just sucks back.
Oh man. All right. So y'all get that? That's why he's gonna come back to check out the root, because if I run too hot on the cap, because it's a small 2-inch pipe schedule 80, it gets hot really fast, and some people like to run hot. So if you like to run hot, that heat can go all the way inside the pipe to the root pass, and it might suck it back. So you just got to be careful with that. That's why he wants to check out the root pass. So other than that, everything's good, bro. Making sure.
Yeah, your root pass, your hot pass is good. Sweet. So you're good to go.
Sweet. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cap it out, 2B cap, and call him when I'm done with that, so you can check the root, the cap. Then everything goes well. We're gonna go ahead and bend it here, and then we'll go from there. All right. right, just finished it. About to call Sam to see how it looks. Tying on the bottom. This side as well. Alrighty, Sam. I finished the cap, did a 2B cap on there. Tell me what you think. Hopefully it's good enough, brother. So,
alright. So, you go to look, see if the root pads is still the same way we
you don't have to look. No, it's okay. You don't have to look in there. I'm just playing. Okay. All right.
Feel good, sweet. All right. The cap.
He's really looking at it.
Yep. Looks good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Not over an 8.
Not over an 8? All right.
We'll go ahead and process it.
So what do you want me to do next? You want to draw anything on there? Or?
Yes. What you'll do is get some channel locks.
Okay.
Put it on that table.
Okay.
Put your full name on it.
Full name on it.
And we'll take it from there.
Okay, sweet. So, what kind of bend are you gonna do on this?
This is gonna be roots and faces.
Roots and faces.
Correct.
Side bends or?
No, roots and faces.
Roots and
yeah,
faces.
yeah.
Oh, just roots and faces. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The thickness on this pipe is less than 3/8. So for the majority, we go by section 9,
Okay.
and that will require roots and faces.
Roots and faces. Okay. Okay, sweet. So they're gonna do roots and faces, 2 roots and 2 caps.
Correct.
2 roots and 2 caps. When it comes to pipe, they bend 4. When it comes to plate, y'all do 2 bends.
So when it comes, when it's a
differs?
rollout, then
Okay.
you do 2, which
Okay.
is a 1G.
Okay.
But if you're doing it in a fixed position in a 6G,
Yeah.
45, that will require, and it's the 6G position, that will require 4.
4. Okay.
4 bands.
Oh, bends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got bands, which could be either roots and faces, or it could be side bands, depending on the thickness of the
Okay.
material you're
Sweet. All right, well, I'll take it out, put it on the table, put my name on it, and you're gonna do some root and face bends, and we'll see what it does, man. So. All right. So I just put my name on it. He said it was fine. Always can be better, man. Like I said, I'm not perfect by no means, but he said it was good. He's been, how long you been here, bro? How long you been at this?
2009.
Since 2009. So you've seen a lot of welds,
Yes.
from good and bad. So if he says it's fine, then we're good to go. All right. Again, there's no scheme here. He's actually testing it out as if it's a real test. If my root wasn't good, he would have told me immediately it's no good. And so there's no favoritism on this part. So I got my name on it. All right. There you go.
All right.
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, 2 family. So I just finished my test. All right, 2-inch schedule 80 pipe, 6G position. Right now, it's in the process of bending. So I don't know what the results are going to be. I feel pretty confident in it, but we never know. We never know. We're at a testing lab, and the bending machine can definitely tell you what your bend and what your test is going to consist of. So right here, I got Johnny, man. He knew about our channel. Actually, I've never met you before. This is our first time meeting.
Yeah.
And if y'all think this is staged, it's not staged by no means. I've never met you. You know I've never met you. You never met me.
Yeah.
It's a cool cat, man. He knew about our channel. He came by and said, hey, man, I know about your videos. And he's actually here testing a real test for H&M, which is a contractor. And tell him what test it was, man. What did you test out on?
Well, I took 4 tests. I had to take a Schedule 80 6-inch. It was a 309L.
Okay.
Stainless on carbon. Then I had to do a 2-inch. It was a Schedule 80.
All right.
TIG all the way carbon.
Okay.
Then I had to do a 6-inch. It was a stick 6010 uphill root and uphill hot pass 7018 filling cap. And then the last test was a combination, the 2-inch monster coupon with the TIG, root and hot, and then stick filling cap. So I've been busy.
He's been busy all day today. Now, you have are you timed on this test?
No, not on any of these tests.
Not any tests, okay, because it's 4 or 5 days. They're letting you take your time.
Yeah.
Sometimes other tests that you are timed 2 hours or an hour and a half. You know about that.
Yes.
Now, the reason why he's here is he's gonna tell you his story of what was it like for his first time to be at the testing lab. All right, to the feeling of him the day before, what to expect, how to get those nerves out. So he's gonna talk about that right now. I asked him, hey man, would you mind telling the Welder family what's it like being the first time at a welding test, doing your welding test for the first time? So let him know, man. I mean,
yeah, definitely. I remember my first experience, and my first weld test was on pipe, and it was a 60-10 root, 70-18, schedule 40. It was pretty basic test, you know, simple test. The day before, though, I took a lot of suggestions from a lot of guys, asked a lot of questions, you know, before I got to the test. First thing that morning, I didn't drink any coffee.
Yeah.
I ate a breakfast that morning.
There you go.
Sometimes I used to skip breakfast. I always make sure I ate that breakfast before in the morning. And
is that important, by the way? Sorry for stopping.
Yeah.
Is that important? I know they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Now, when it comes to weld tests, is it important to eat before you take that weld test?
Absolutely. I mean, try to eat something in the morning. You know, even if you don't get a full stomach, try to put something in there, because when you get in this lab, you're going to be in a lot of pressure. You know, you may be able to shake some of the nerves the first time, but you're still going to be nervous. And so it's when you get in there, you know, these labs are hot. You get in there, it's a lot of heat. So you want to make sure, you know, that you're hydrated well before you get here too, and stay hydrated throughout the test, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's real important, just as well as going to work. No different, you know. Just prepare yourself as though you're going to go to work. What I do.
That's right. That's right.
Know? So
sweet. So again, the first time you took your weld test, you just told us right now what it was like. Now, who got you that job on the weld test? And did you know somebody? Did you network with people? What's going on, man?
Tell you, yeah, I started the networking.
Yeah.
I learned that early on. You know, network with every welder you can meet, you know, if you can. I started networking, and I just started calling around, putting my name out there. I started taking portfolios of my welds.
Nice.
You know, and I actually walked in and showed some people my welds, and they liked what they seen just off of that. And they sent me to take a test.
There you go.
On my first job. It was a mechanical job. Welding a bunch of steam line and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything was UT though. So even my very first job, I was under a lot of pressure just hitting UT on the first couple of productions, and then, you know, a certain percentage after that. So, yeah, it was just through networking, man. I put myself out there.
That's right.
You know, and that's what you got to do. You got to put yourself out there, and if you want it, you'll get it.
That's right. No, most definitely. That's actually perfect, man. What he just said, if you want it, you go get it. Remember, my Welder family, that welding's not going to come to you. You got to go to it. You got to go to the work. You got to network with people. You got to talk to people. While you're taking these tests, if it doesn't go well on your first test, you knew somebody in that testing lab. Make sure to network with people in the testing lab, because you know there's a lot of welders and they might have a lot of contacts. Sometimes people bust the first test. I busted my first test. You know what I mean? And if any welder tells you, again, they've never busted a test in their life, they're lying to you in your face, and they're probably the worst welder out there. So keep that in mind as well. Am I wrong on that?
Oh, no, man. Absolutely. Some of the best welders I know, man, aren't the ones that make the best welds all the time, but they're the ones that can get in there and fix the welds for the guys that think they can make all the good welds.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, so
there you go.
A good welder is not somebody that can always just lay it down good. It's somebody that knows how to fix a bad weld.
That's right.
You know, if you can fix a weld, then you ain't got no problem coming to this testing lab. The thing, but the most I can stress to you and suggest to everybody out there is when you come in this lab, stay focused that you're not leaving until you pass that test.
Yeah.
You know, you got to grind into it. You got to grind into it. You know, I don't like to touch that grinder no more than I have to.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm determined when I want that job, because my livelihood depends on it. My family depends on it. You know, so there's a lot of nerves going on just to jump. You know, just because of that. Not to count. You got people looking at your well with lights and flashlights and mirrors and
just like they did with me right now. You know, he was watching me, by the way, while I was doing this test. He was sitting out here behind here, and
he was watching me. So not only was the inspector, this guy is a fan of the channel, and he's watching me weld too. So I have a high standard because somebody's watching me weld. And again, a lot of people tell me that it's a stunt double doing my welds. It's never me,
Yeah.
you know. So this person watches the channel and he's seeing me weld. So he's like, you know what? I want to see what he can do in person.
Yeah.
So he saw what I can do, and again,
Put my light on it. It's good.
it's good. All right, man. Yeah. Again, it's all about networking, guys. When you come to this welding test, and when you're gonna come test out for any lab, know that you will get nervous. Know there is gonna be anxiety. Know the day before that you're not gonna be able to sleep because you know that going from a $6 an hour job to a 38 or 35 an hour job, it's nerve-wracking. It really is. And know that these QCs are gonna be looking at your welds very specifically on the root, hot fill, and sometimes the cat. But just know that, guys, I appreciate you letting the Weld 2 family know this, man, and I appreciate the support on our channel.
Absolutely, man. Love it.
You know, this is why I do what I do, because I want to give back to the community.
Absolutely.
I was always the type of person growing up in the community, growing up in the welding industry, a lot of people didn't want to give me the answers.
Yeah.
I always had to ask, and they were like, no, man, you're going to have to learn on your own. So now that I know, I don't know everything, and I never claimed to be the best.
Yeah.
We never all do. We're always going to have bad days. But I know enough to get back to these people. I know enough to get back to you. And it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're 16 years old or 60 years old.
Yeah.
You're always going to learn something.
And I made a career change at 30 years old, man.
Yeah.
And from then on, it's just been
climbing up, huh?
Whatever I decide to do,
yeah,
I've just got to put my mind to it that that's what I want to do.
That's right.
You know, if you want it bad enough, you know, and if you bust a test, you know, don't take it as a failure, take it as an experience.
That's right.
You know, because it's something you're going to carry with you, man, and you're going to learn from it.
That's
know?
right. That's right.
And I promise you, you know, you ain't going to be the only one in that lab that day that busts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, so.
I you know, and that's the thing. When people go into the lab, they feel like they have so much in their shoulders, thinking that they're going to be the only one busting. In reality, about 60-70% of people in this testing lab bust out a day. At least 20, 40, maybe 60, 80 people bust out in a day. Absolutely. So they had the same nerve reaction. They had the same anxiety just like you. But I just want you to let y'all know, when y'all going to test out, take all that anxiety away, take all that pressure away, even though it's still going to be there, and do what you do what you learn how to do. And when you're in that booth, just go to town, man.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Man. When you're in these booths, you're nervous, your first time coming in, you understand that you're at home when you come in these labs because you're around other welders. Mm-hmm. And these guys have all been in your shoes, they've all been in them boots, you know, they've all been under that hood that one time, that same time, that first time. Mm-hmm. You know, so always remember that you can ask questions, man. A lot of times they don't like you to mingle in the booths and stuff. Mm-hmm. But look, man, when those guys ain't looking, just to throw it out there, man, you can ask questions.
Yeah, you can ask questions. I
promise you, anybody that's got any questions for me when I'm in the lab, if I have a suggestion I can give them, I'm gonna offer it to them. And you try it your way, you try it my way, whichever way works for you, because my way might not work for you. Mm-hmm. But I'm here to help all the time too, always, anybody in the lab. And I got help from guys in there today. I've been welding on pipe for 9 years.
Yeah, that's right.
And I got guys that, you know, to help me today.
That's right.
So, I mean, it's whatever you got to do to get it done, get the job, you know. Get the job and get on the job.
That's right.
You know, because that test, that's your money shot right there. Mm-hmm. So make sure you get that one in right.
Preach it, man. Preach it. Again, I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Again, being a fan of the channel, it humbles us, man. And another thing as well is always being humble. Yeah, humble is the main key thing. And sometimes when we get that welding money for the first time, that money changes you. You know what I mean, man? Yeah. You know what I mean? And y'all know out there, going from a $200 check a week to a $3,000 check a week, the money can change you, and it will. But let me tell you something right now. There's always somebody better than you. There's always somebody. You're always replaceable, and always remember that. Don't think that you're the big shot out there, thinking that you can out-weld everybody here. I guarantee you, there's going to be somebody behind you wanting your position, and you, with your attitude, they'll fly you out. You know what I mean? And sometimes I was like that when I was 19, 20 years old. And I guarantee you're probably like that too as well. Yeah. But that humbled you, you know? Yeah. That humbled you a lot. So,
absolutely.
Again, brother, I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Keep supporting us, brother. And we'll keep in contact, all right? You want to shout out anybody right now,
man? Let me give a quick shout out, man, to my lovely wife, Lene, all the newbies coming up in the weld game, and all my boys out there still putting it down, still getting your grind on, keep getting your grind on.
That's right. That's right. Man, I appreciate you.
Keep it real.
What do we have there?
The one that you welded, use up there. The roots and faces, all we're going to do is just bend them.
Okay.
So these are
We're gonna bend the 2 roots right now, so let's see.
Right. See that's a root. The weld, when you notice on the bends, the root is more narrow.
Yeah. Nice, clean. Okay, cool. Okay, this is another root pass right here, guys.
Make sure I have the root,
Yeah,
the weld, and the heat effectors on it.
Exactly. All right, let me make sure. Focus on there. Nice. Okay, cool.
2 faces.
All right, 2 faces now, 2 caps right here. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Nice. One more left, one more. Here we go.
Yeah, last one.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Good.
Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, oh man, it was kind of nerve-wracking, but it passed. Guys, I appreciate y'all. We love y'all guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you to Sam over here. Appreciate you, man. And thank you to Welder Testing as well for letting me come by and test out here, man. It's an absolute privilege to do that. So remember, guys, burn, learn, eventually y'all gonna earn. Subscribe to all our social medias. Follow us on all our social medias as well. Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram, all at Well Tube. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Peace.